so excited to be joined by Dr. Michele Leno. She is a licensed psychologist here in Greater West Bloomfield. She will be part of that doctor panelist for the West Bloomfield Parks event coming up this Saturday. It's the Love Yourself Wellness While Black event. Those West Bloomfield Parks events are in cooperation with the West Bloomfield Diversity Task Force to educate the community about Black History Month, which is this February. So we are so excited to have Dr. Leno with us right now. Michele, how are you doing this morning?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
So Dr. Leno, could we start by telling us how you got into psychology and how you became a licensed psychologist here in Greater West Bloomfield?
Oh, yes. So I have been in the field for several years now. And when I started out in school, I didn't know if I was going to do psychology or law. And I like to say I eventually had the best of both worlds because I started doing working in more of the forensic area, doing court-ordered psychological evaluations. But I just always had an interest in how people function. And it started out with an interest in myself, of course, and then watching other people, how we connect, how we function, how we create and come up with the ideas that we have. And I just love the field. And I also, want people to know there's so much you can do with psychology. I didn't set out to be a TV host, but I am the host of my own show, My Matters with Dr. Michele. So there's so much you can do with it. It's not just a matter of sitting and having someone sit on the couch and talk with you about their problems, but there's lots to it.
Dr. Leno, with the upcoming Love Yourself Wellness While Black event with the West Bloomfield Parks happening this Saturday, it's a very exciting event. We're so excited that you're going to be joining the event there. Can you tell us a little bit about the event and how you got involved with West Bloomfield Parks for their celebration of Black History Month?
Yes, I am friends with someone who's involved, Nicole, and she reached out to me to ask if I would participate, just knowing my background. And I agreed because it sounded like an excellent event. And I said, why not? Why not participate in something that's focused on spreading health and wellness?
And can you tell us a little bit about what you will be talking about at that panel in the event this Saturday, whether that's with obviously psychology and making sure that your mental health is staying well during Black History Month? Would you give us some insight into some of the things that you'll be talking about there?
Yes, I plan to talk about self-care. Self-care is a very, very important topic to address, not just during 1 month, but every single day. A lot of times people neglect themselves. We focus more on taking care of others rather than taking care of ourselves. And self-care is a matter of it's not just about getting the massage and those things, taking a vacation, but there are things that you can do every single day that will allow you to care for yourself, to think more clearly. And also, how do you know if you're neglecting your self-care? So those are things that I plan to focus on during the wellness event.
With those things, the self-care items that you will be talking about in order to help your mental health, would you give us some insight into some of the advice that you would give at the panel and how self-care coincides with mental health and how it can help your mental health, especially during the winter months?
Sure. So often if we neglect ourselves and sometimes it's subconsciously, we don't always know that we're neglecting ourselves. And so one of the things I recommend is first thing in the morning, set your intentions, decide what it is that you're going to do in that day, what you want to accomplish that day, and you go for it. So you be intentional about what it is what you want to do. Also, think about how you feel when you wake up in the morning. Are you waking up in a good mood? Are you waking up feeling overwhelmed? What's going on? Because as you approach the world and interact with other people, you want to do that from a space of self-knowledge. So sometimes we tend to react to things that are happening to us, but we don't always know that somehow we attracted those things, or somehow we were the initiators. And so we think that things are happening to us and we react. So just knowing that, okay, I'm not feeling my best. Maybe I need a mental health day. Maybe I'll be able to overcome this a little bit faster faster if I realized that nothing happened to me. I wasn't the victim in this situation. So helping people to do things that will bring them to a place of self-knowledge are some of the things that I want to focus on.
Dr. Leno, as we wrap up here, is there anything else that you would like to share, either about that Love Yourself Wellness While Black event coming up on Saturday, or any advice that you have to give to our viewers?
Sure. Take care of yourself every single day. There is, a lot of times we don't realize what's going on with us. Always realize that you cannot disconnect the mind from the body. So your mental health is just as important as your physical health. And please feel free to tune into my show every Saturday at 11:30 a.m. It is Mind Matters with Dr. Michele, and it airs locally on TV 20 Detroit. We talk all things mental health and just health in general.
Well, Dr. Leno, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day and joining us this morning.
Thank you.